Q103, Albany's rock station. We are backstage here at Rock and Derby. This is the final day, and what an honor to be joined by Dave Mustaine, the Megadeth main man. Dave Mustaine, good to see you, man.
Thank you.
First off, got to kick things off just by sending out sincere condolences from everybody here at Q and all the fans around the world on the passing of your former bandmate.
Yes.
Of course, Nick Menza we're talking about.
Yes.
We woke up this morning, everybody, to that news. I know you put something on your personal Twitter or Facebook page, and just sorry to hear about that, man.
Yes, I'm very sad to hear that, too.
Any fond memories of Nick, fun
yeah, of
stories?
Course. Contrary to popular belief, Nick and I were very, very close. I think when you're that close with somebody, the temperatures run a lot hotter than in most relationships, so the love is that much more deeper, and the anger is so much more hot, and the sadness is so much more profound. So I think that's when you know that you're really in a relationship with somebody that matters to you. Nick was a very talented musician, and he came from a talented family. His dad played the saxophone on the Pink Panther song.
Is that right?
Yeah, his
I
dad
did not
was
know that.
The original saxophone player for Henry Mancini and the Pink Panther.
Oh, that's wild.
And so Nick and I were really, really close, and people think that we had this failed reunion attempt. There were several times that we tried to reconcile stuff, and it just didn't happen for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it didn't. And I think now it's the time for everyone to remember Nick and his legacy of just great performances. And tonight we are hoping to do a moment of silence, and the band's already agreed. We're going to do a benefit in California.
Oh, wow.
We're working out the details. You're the first person to hear this.
Oh, wow.
So we're working out a benefit there, and we're hoping to leave an open stage for all of the alumni for Megadeth to come there and play with us, so that we can help leave behind something for Nick's children, which I think have been kind of left in a bad way. We wanted to get all that stuff set up, and right now that's what the wheels are all turning in our camp. So to anybody that thinks that I don't love Nick,
I gotcha.
You can imagine what I just said.
Just by talking with you, I could see how you're feeling, how down you are, and I know I'm sure he's in your heart.
It is.
And R.I.P. Nick Menza. So we're thinking about him today. Mm-hmm. Let's move on to some other stuff here. I know this is all fresh in everybody's mind this morning. The performance tonight, of course, Rock and Derby. You're going to be headlining the Rockin' Stage. You go on 8 o'clock tonight. Also, who else we got lined up there? 6 a.m. going to be on earlier.
Oh, that's great.
Guys from Collective Soul, and even Dokken. Dokken will be on the stage.
Awesome.
So that'll be cool. But you'll be headlining tonight, 8 o'clock. The Big Four, one of the Big Four, of course, Megadeth. Got to see the Big Four show, Yankee Stadium, about 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And just amazing for me, being a fan of yours and all the other bands, to see. It was just a special night and a special event. Could you ever see that? How did you feel about doing that, and could you see it happening ever again?
How I felt about doing it, concert's a concert. I look at them all the same way, whether they're big or small. I try and do my best. Do I see myself doing something like that again? It depends which part. If you mean the part about the Yankee Stadium one in particular, because there were so many variables to that one, or just another Big Four. And the answer obviously is, if the situation's right for us, we would do a performance anywhere, as long as it's right for our fans and for the band. Because the music has its own legacy itself. So if we're going to go someplace and play music and it's going to leave behind a bad thing, then we wouldn't do it. We just did something for the USO, and a couple people were like, "Man, I thought you were against the military." And I said, "No, I'm against bad decisions that the military leaders make." A guy that's in the military that obeys orders and goes out there and does what he's supposed to do, you can't fault him for following orders. In fact, going back in time, it's the warriors who actually get on their knees and pray before they go into battle. Those dudes take it really seriously. And you see the art of martial art when the guys get in the ring and they battle it out, and after they have a beer together. To me, that's awesome. That's the warrior spirit.
We were talking to Scott Ian from Anthrax was here yesterday. They were headlining. We were talking about the Big Four. And he had a similar thing to say. You know, if it's the right thing, it's for the fans, and they'd be down for it.
Yeah, love Scott.
And they enjoyed it. Great guy.
Yeah.
Tell us about, well, congratulations on Dystopia. Great album.
Yeah,
I know that's been doing well for you.
It has been.
Current lineup. I know Chris Adler is out with Lamb of God. They were just here Friday night, so you have a replacement on drums. Tell us about the current lineup.
Well, it's a little weird the way that this is happening right now, because we had hoped that we would have found a drumming situation by now, but the way that it's worked out is that, you know, we're enjoying playing with Chris, and Chris is in Lamb of God, and we wanted all of us to have Chris play the dates as much as he can. So that means we can't really get a permanent guy because he wants to play with us. And on the other hand, we wanted to have somebody that was just rippingly hot on drums. And Dirk Verburen from Soilwork is the man who's playing with us tonight, and he's just a monster on drums. We played a show a couple days ago, and I got a text message from my front of house monitor, and he said, "Man, that guy hits the snare like a rabid ape."
Like a rabid ape.
And I was thinking, I've heard everything now.
Yeah, right? Never heard that one before.
Never a rabid ape.
That was Rock on the Range, right?
Yeah,
that was the debut with him on drums.
Yeah,
of course.
Wonderful guy too.
And who else is rounding out the band?
Well, David Ellefson is playing bass with us, and a wonderful guy, great talent. For people that don't know anything about Megadeth, this is a guy that's he's one of the forefathers of thrash bass playing. And Kiko Loureiro, who's from Angra, an unknown guitar player to most, but real guitar heads know who he is, and he's just a sweetheart, kind of like a